Good morning, everyone. The COUNTIF function in Excel lets us look at a range of data, like a list of different departments in an organization, or staff sickness days in a given year, and count or identify how many times a specific criteria occurs. Basically, it's Excel acting like a nosy coworker who doesn't blink and definitely keeps receipts. The COUNTIF function has two parts. First, the range of cells we want to assess. Second, the criteria being counted. Simpler than keeping track of your socks after they've been washed. If you want, you can set up cells for your criteria, so you can change the criteria later. But you don't have to. Some people like flexibility, others like chaos. For now, we want to see how many staff members have been off sick for more than 8 days in 2026. Because in this company, if you're off sick more than 8 days, it's straight to the dungeon with you. HR calls it career development with chains. Click in the box where you want the result displayed. Type equals, COUNTIF, open brackets. Select the range of sickness days, then comma, speech marks, greater than, 8, close speech marks, close brackets, press enter, boom. 9 staff members have been off sick for more than 8 days? 9. That's not absenteeism, that's a support group. Off to the dungeon they go. At this point, the dungeon has better team morale than the office. Now, let's say you don't want to keep editing that number, 8, every time. Because opening a formula twice in one day? Let's not get carried away. We can make it dynamic. Use a separate cell for the criteria because nothing says, I'm an Excel pro, like referencing another box instead of hard-coding like a caveman. Go back into the formula, only keep the greater than symbol inside the speech marks, then add an ampersand and reference cell, G3. Close brackets. Don't forget the brackets. Excel will absolutely ruin your day over a missing curve. Press enter, still 9, but now watch this, we change the criteria. Change the criteria, 8 to 5, now the answer is changed to 11. That escalated quickly. Must have been a lot of Mondays in that year. Change the criteria to 20. The answer has changed to 1. That one employee? Not sick, just emotionally done. So now you've got 2 ways to use COUNTIF. One basic, one flexible. Think of it like instant noodles versus cooking. Both work, but one makes you feel like you have your life together. By the way, you're not limited to greater than. You can use all these other operators in its place. Equals, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, or not equal to. Basically, every possible way to judge your data, because Excel is nothing if not passive-aggressive. Now let's count something else, like how many times a word appears. Delete this honestly and type equals, COUNTIF, open brackets, select the department list, comma, and type finance in quotes. Close brackets. The answer is 5. 5 people in finance, which explains why nobody's getting a pay rise. Let's make it easier to change the criteria. We'll set the formula up so every time we change the word that's being tested, the answer will have an immediate corresponding change for the number of times that word appears on the data column. Go back to the formula. Over here, type empty speech marks, then an ampersand, then reference cell G4. Press enter. Now change the word to engineer. Wait, spelled it wrong. Classic. The only thing Excel won't autocorrect is your embarrassment. Fix it now, we've got 3 engineers. Change it to development. Now it's 1 developer. Change it back to sales updates instantly. Look at that, immediate results. And that's COUNTIF, quick, powerful, and just a little bit judgmental. Like your coworker who says just a quick question and ruins your afternoon. If you like this video, click like and subscribe to help me out. Because nothing says entertainment like spreadsheets with a sense of humor. And a lot of emotional damage.